Boom! Yes, that's right. This one's a bit exciting. Video number 30 since we started filming our adventures. A quick one on where we've been in our last 12 months of travel. Plenty of great, amazing campsites throughout southeast Queensland and out to the Southern Downs, all within 3 hours of Brisbane. Check this one out, guys, and if you want to go back and have a look at the full videos, they're all there with the thumbnails posted in this video, so you can scroll through them and check them out. And hopefully this gives you the motivation and the inspiration to get out there and go and explore all these great, amazing places close to home. If you're based in southeast Queensland, you should be getting out there and exploring these. And stay tuned for the next 12 months, very exciting, before we pack up and travel full time, living in our van. Home will be where we park it, and I can't wait for that day. Mandy's a bit nervous about it, and so am I. Total change of lifestyle for us, and cannot wait. And I hope you want to hit that subscribe button and tag along for the adventure with us. It's going to be a great ride wherever we end up. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much to all our subscribers, and thank you to all our new subscribers. Enjoy. It all started out at Warrego Farm, Condamine River, caravan and camping. Right on the Condamine River. Amazing grassy campsites for the Easter weekend 2023. Then it was down to Logan Park Farm, 20 minutes south of Brandiscape. Big camp property with massive big camping areas, nice big lake for fishing and kayaking. It was our first family camp in a very long time, and sadly our last camping weekend with Mum, and the first weekend of our fishing challenge. Then we spent the weekend in northern New South Wales at Hastings Point in the caravan park, which we don't do very often, if at all. We usually like to have our own space and away bush camping, but it was a great weekend anyway. Bush camping in Mount Cotton, Kringle Scout Camp. For a Scout membership fee, $15 a night, you get all this to yourself. It's a little bit different to how it used to be run, but it's a magic spot for a quick getaway 15 minutes from home. Fraser Island. Absolutely love this place, and it's hard to describe what the world's largest sand island is like until you get up there and experience it for yourself. So many great places. Camp behind the dunes on the ocean beach, and a few inland campgrounds as well. In the second episode of our Fraser Island adventure, we get out fishing and we actually catch a few. Even though the weather wasn't great, we got Mandy onto a couple of fish, and I absolutely loved that. Part 3, we get some good weather for a change, and we sit back, watch the whales float around just offshore, and then we have beer delivery via the drone to the campground. How good is that? I love Fraser Island. It is just a magic place, and like I said, you need to experience it for yourself. From the beach at Fraser Island to bush camping out near Fernvale, Sandy Creek Camping, dip camp property, 3 different sites, massive areas all to yourself. There smoked some tailor fillets left over from Fraser, and check out the markets at Summerland Camels. Then on our Condamine River adventure, part 1 of a 4-part series. We start off in the headwaters of the Condamine River at Winola Country Cousins, it's near Killarney, and head west, camping at Victoria Hill at Talguy, and then out to Yarramalong Weir towards Millmerran. Amazing campsites there at the Weir, all free camping this one. Heaps of wildlife, heaps of bird life. It's a bit noisy in the afternoons, and we were lucky enough to be there while the Condamine River was in minor flood after a lot of rain. Part 3 and Part 4 takes us out to Cecil Plains, camping at the Cecil Plains Homestead. This is a magic place with lots of history, and you camp right on the river again. And same thing, we were lucky enough that the river was running, but the water was a lot cleaner out there, just making it perfect for fishing, with me, Mandy and Dad all fishing below the weir, catching hundreds of carp. Some of them were decent size as well, up to 6 and 7 pound, and they were all hanging around the bottom of the weir, just looking to get upstream. Which we got out in the kayaks and went exploring up the creek before checking out the homestead and all the history that this place has. With an old jail, I even got locked up, and Dad made sure I was locked in before just floating around in the river enjoying a cold beer. Next up was camping at Serenity and the Scenic Ring, a hip camp property on the banks of the beautiful Worrell Creek, with magic views of the Great Dividing Range and all the mountains looking at Cunningham's Gap The creek there is just so crystal clear and refreshing for a swim, being the Australia Day weekend. So nice floating around in the creek before we got back to camp, and I'll do some bush cooking. Bit of bush cooking with Brad, cooked up a lamb shank stew, and it was delicious. Then we were back to Sandy Creek camping, our second time here, this time at the party hut. Has to be the pick of the spots. Even has a bathtub where you can light a fire underneath, fill her up and have a hot bath. We went for a drive around the local area, checked out Wivenhoe Dam and the camping and caravan park out there, which looks like a great spot to be, and we'll have to check that one out in the future. We even spoke to the locals who agreed it's a great spot. Stopped in and checked out below the wall on the way back to camp before filling the bathtub, lighting the fire, and then it was time to have a hot bath in the bush while the sun went down. How good. Tranquil Bush Retreat. This place is amazing and close to Brisbane, based at Mount Cotton. Has its own dam, camped on a nice grassy area, massive big fire pit area, with fish in the dam as well, catch and release only. This place is 15 minutes from home for us and give me the opportunity to try out the electric kayak. Then it was time for our first real life experience at Farm City, looking after somebody's property while they got away for a weekend, with our duties involving feeding the animals, looking after the dogs with food and water, let them out for a daily run, and then feed the chooks, let the chooks out for their daily run, keep an eye on the cattle, check the water troughs, check the fences, which meant driving around the property in the old farm truck, make sure the gates are closed, and then admire the sunsets in the afternoon. Then we were back out to Warwick at Berrima Camping and Farm Stay. 2 parts to this video series where we get together and camp as a family on this massive nice big property on the banks of the Condamine River. Perfect for kayaking, perfect for fishing, which we did as part of our family fishing challenge. Lots of fish being caught, big ones and little ones. I even managed to catch my first yellow belly out of the Condamine River in a long time. So good all being there together, fishing as a family and having lots of laughs. Even though Mum wasn't with us for this trip, it's a bit sad, but we had the fire burn for her all weekend. Very nice fish being caught before we all got together, all hands on deck to prepare dinner. Lots of camp oven cooking, which was so good. And then it was time to hand out the trophies and winners are grinners. Art Hill Camping, where we were literally out there, had the caravan set up and we were camping on gold. Right on the banks of Thames Creek, a magic little spot and a great campsite, great campground, with lots of happy friendly people around for the Labor Day long weekend, where we got in and tried our hand at prospecting and panning in the creek. We didn't have any luck this time around, but it gave us the bug to get back out there for more. McDonald's Farm Stay, back out there around the Thames Creek area in the heart of the goldfields. This place really is something special. Great campsites right on Little Reedy Creek, where there's plenty of opportunities for panning and going exploring on this 400-acre property with old mine sites. You never know what you're going to find. You get out there with the detector for some prospecting. And then there's the World War I rifle range. So much history on this property, and it's magic being up on top of the hill with 360-degree views all overlooking this fantastic property. Also over the last year I've put together a few videos on how to go off-grid. How much water do you use and how to conserve water. How to set up your Starlink low-cost way without cutting cables, how to fill your water tanks quick and easy, and also how to fix a leak in a window. Well, there you go guys. I didn't realise myself how many great campsites there are scattered throughout southeast Queensland and beyond, sort of within that 3 to 4 hour mark around Brisbane. There's just so much opportunity out there in the way of campsites, which most of the ones that we've been to are amazing. We haven't had a bad campsite yet. I think I've just given myself the inspiration to get out there and go camping. So good looking back through all that old footage, putting this clip together. And most of what we do is through HipCamp. Get on the app, you find the site that you want to go to, you book it online. The host there generally communicates with you, gives you directions to the property. Once you've paid online, you're booked in, that's your site, guaranteed. It's not showing up to a public campground. We're not guaranteed to get a great site or on the river or that type of thing. HipCamp, you get the spot that you booked and that's where you go. And there's generally photos of it online where you can see what it's actually like before you get there. Hopefully our videos are a bit of a guide, so you can have a look at some of these places that we go and check it out before you get there. I know that's what I like to do, and if we're not away camping or exploring somewhere, we're sitting at home, investigating and researching new great spots to go to. There's plenty of them out there. So I hope this has given you that little bit of motivation to get out there and go exploring, and a bit of inspiration just seeing some of the footage that we get, the things that we get up to. It's not much, and most people may not be into it, but that's what we like to do. Just get out there, find these new properties. Hopefully this video has helped out in some way so you can get out there and find some great spots for yourself, or check out the ones where we've been to. Like I said at the beginning, thank you very much to all our supporters and all our subscribers, our followers on Facebook, and now we've got the Instagram account. So thank you very much to everybody who has subscribed to our channel, and if you haven't already, please jump on, hit that subscribe button. That helps us out. It doesn't cost you anything, but it just helps us with the numbers and the YouTube game, so that we get more views and YouTube promotes it a little bit more. So if you do hit that subscribe button, there's no complications. They're not going to get spammed or anything like that. All it does is give you that advantage of seeing our footage as soon as it comes out, or our next video. There'll be plenty more coming, like what has already been there, showing those 15 odd different great campsites around southeast Queensland and beyond. Please subscribe, and thank you very much in advance. If you do like the video, please give us the thumbs up. Even the thumbs up all helps. Every number that we can get through YouTube, every little bit helps us. So thank you for giving us a like. Anyway guys, we'll wrap it up. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed putting this clip together, and me and Mandy combined as Brandiscape Adventures have enjoyed putting the footage together. All we're doing is filming exactly what we do out there. Nothing's scripted, nothing's planned. Take us as we come. That's us. Keeping it real, that's what we do. And getting out there and exploring and enjoying life. With 30 videos now in our library, check out these 4 on the screen now, or have a scroll through and find our other 29 videos. Thanks for watching guys. See you shortly.